Welcome back to this week's opening edition of Coach's Corner for the Ponca City High School fall sports teams. We're going to talk Ponca City softball now with the first-year head coach, Josh Swain. And Coach, how's it going with the first year? You've had these girls, you've been their JV coach, but it's a little different as a head coach, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. We've all got the same goal. And for those of you that have been keeping up with Ponca City softball the last 4 or 5 seasons, know that it's been really, really competitive. And that's our main goal. And that's 7th grade through 12th grade is to continue that winning tradition and keep working hard.
Well, you don't want to put pressure on them like that, but 25 wins last year. They know that the tradition is there, and the only way you're going to build it is to continue to have success.
Right, and that's the luxury we have as coaches with the girls that we've got. And as soon as they step on the field, they expect big things. They expect to win a lot of games. So it's very easy for us coaches to get out there and coach because the girls have the expectations that they're going to step on the field and win. So.
It's got to be a little easier. You've been in the program now for several years. You've coached these girls at the younger levels. So coming into the situation, it wasn't like you didn't know that Lyons could pitch or McCormick could play first base. You knew these girls had a lot of ability, and that had to make the transition a little easier.
Right, and like you said, the last 2 years I've been with the junior high, but us junior high coaches are always around. We get to see practices, we get to be there for games, so we got a really good idea of who those players are going to be for us.
Give us a little glimpse. You've got a good 9th grade class, and I know you've got a couple of those girls that are going to play prominent roles on the high school varsity.
Yeah, we've got a great group of 9th grade. They were 28-3 last year as junior high players, and we look for 4 or 5 of them to step in and contribute right away.
Well, that's a magnificent luxury to have girls that young, and because as you well know, and I do, it goes by very, very quickly. But that's how you keep a program going, isn't it?
Right, and I think those freshmen have made a pretty smooth transition. It's pretty rare for most programs to see girls go from the junior high straight in as 9th graders and contribute, but we think really highly of that freshman class, and we expect big things out of them as well.
As you observe those young players, what's the hardest part of a transition from a junior high program to a high school program?
I think the mental transition is a big thing, and in junior high the game's a lot slower, and then when you make that transition into high school and it's strike. The game moves a lot faster. So I think the mental aspect of it is the thing that they will have to get adjusted to the most.
Absolutely. But you've got some proven commodities and a senior in the circle. You've got a senior on one corner, a returning starter at third base, and Osborne. So you've got some pieces in there, an outstanding center fielder and Randall. So you've got some good pieces to work around too.
Yeah, and as well as I do, when it comes to softball, when you got that one in the center circle, you got a chance every single day. And we think the world of Kinsey Lyons, and those of you who have kept track of softball the last few years know how great a pitcher she is. And that's a luxury too, and it takes a lot of pressure off your defense. We're not swinging it the way we want to right now, but it also takes a lot of pressure off your hitters, knowing that going into a game that with Kinsey pitching, we only need a few runs to win a game. So we got a great supporting cast, and Claire McCormick's been in the program 4 years. Kaminda Osborne, Devin Randall, and some of those you mentioned, we expect big things out of them as well.
Good players and good kids as well. They lead your program. I know you had a tough game against Sand Springs last week. That's got to be one of the top teams in the state, though.
Yeah, they are. They're very well-rounded. They're very well coached. They got 2 great pitchers, and they're really tough 1 through 9 offensively. They don't have any easy outs in that lineup, and they make routine plays as well. So they're definitely one of the toughest teams in the district, if not the entire state, and they've played really well.
Now, this week, busy week. I know you got a tournament coming up, but give us the schedule for this week, Coach.
We have Bristow at home tonight at 5 p.m. We got to see them in the scrimmages, played really well against them. Tomorrow we go to UConn. That'll be a doubleheader, a district doubleheader. So, we're really excited for that one. And then Thursday, Friday, Saturday we go to Perry, and they've got a great tournament every single year. A lot of really talented teams. So it's going to be a great week of softball.
Yeah, you grew up in the baseball world where softball's kind of like that in the fact that some of these small schools, they have a good pitcher. They're going to be tough to beat. Even don't look at the 6A, 5A, 4A. look at the players and the people they have.
Exactly. It's kind of like I just mentioned. If you got that one in the center circle that, it can give you fits, you can kind of throw the class out the window, whether you're 6A, 2A, anything in between. When you got that pitcher, teams are really tough to beat. So we got the same teams that they've had the previous year in the Perry tournament, all great pitchers. So it's going to be really competitive, and we're excited.
Is that a good thing, though? You want to see top-notch pitching early in the season to kind of let your girls know what they can expect this year.
Oh, yeah. And, most of the 6A teams have outstanding pitching. And one of the reasons why we like this Perry tournament right at the very beginning is you see 6A caliber pitching and regional caliber pitching. So it kind of sets the tone and gets you ready for that 6A season and all your district games.
Coach, look forward to visiting with you this year on our Coach's Corner program, and much good luck to you and the girls.
Thank you very much.
Josh Swain, our head softball coach on this week's Coach's Corner.